Welcome everyone, Gabriel here, and this is actually a log, I think, rather than a video. BioWare forums are being taken down. Difficult topic actually, and a kind of a surprising decision in my opinion. People are actually going around doing videos and commenting on this topic. I decided to do this as well because I do recall the forums as a place where it was actually interesting to chat with people at some point. Actually, I'm at this very moment in front of me on the screen. I have my personal profile, which states that I was a member of BioWare forums since July 14th of 2010. But let's make it clear, the forums in their current state, as far as I recall, are actually a merged version of the previous forum, which was somewhere ever since Baldur's Gate, I think, 2, they were online. I actually was much more interested in the forums at that time. First of all, let's make it clear, it is true what BioWare developers stated in what is called the blog post or blog information about shutting down the forums. It is true today's world actually communicates via internet with social media, which in some way means that indeed the forums as a form of communication are actually dying out. My last post on BioWare forums is dated to December 2013, so I wasn't actually ever on this forum for past 2-3 years, I think, if not longer. Now, with all that said and done, the forums, BioWare forums, had their share of problems. They were actually they are regarded as a place where not really good things happened, if you know what I mean. And I'm talking mostly about the controversies that happened in the forums, and basically people hating each other. On one hand, everyone who had a significant point of view and tried to voice it in the forum, and it was seen as something that I would call different from the popular belief of the community on the forum. These people were actually hammered down and basically thralled, as you can call it that way. This happened to me in one I believe post as well. The problem with the BioWare forums is that it became a place for fans, by fans, from fans, and in any way this is not the way it was designed to be. The forum in its previous idea, in the most basic idea, was a place where people would discuss, not praise, but discuss the content of the games, BioWare games. If the developers decided that it is not something that happens there anymore, and the creative feedback or the feedback of the games in total was moved to social media like Facebook, like Twitter, that's fine by them. The biggest problem of shutting down these forums that I see is the fact that without the forum, BioWare and EA, because BioWare is a division of EA as they call it now, the problem is they are taking away the only place they own as a place of feedback. And that's the biggest problem. Whenever you look at Facebook or Twitter, I do have a Twitter account, and also, because it's inevitable to these days, I interacted with Facebook. And there is a big problem with social media platforms. Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, all of these are separate entities. What that means is whenever you as a big developer decide to cut, like BioWare did now, your own personal platform of social communication, because the forum is a platform of social communication to some degree, you are basically limiting yourself and making yourself dependent on Facebook, Twitter, Google, or any other of these big social platforms. And that's the biggest problem I see in shutting down the BioWare forums. If developers like BioWare decide to, sort of, how to call it, to make it sound as good as I believe it should be. Yeah, that's the word. Outsource. Because the forum, I believe, when you have a forum like BioWare Social Forum, you need a server for it. You need people who maintain it. You need people who moderate it. You need to pay the bills for all the infrastructure that is behind it. And what BioWare is actually doing by shutting down the forum is they are outsourcing the community from their own servers to something else, to Facebook, to Twitter, to YouTube, to all of these other places. Is that good or bad? We'll see. But from a standpoint of communication, and I studied communication, so I do know what I'm talking about a little bit, I believe, there is one thing they will lose. They will lose their independence. Let's say down the line in half a year. This is just a sort of like, I'm trying to portray something here and envision. Let's say BioWare hits a very dramatic moment in their career, and let's say their Facebook pages and their Twitter pages are taken down. No matter the reason. Things like that happen, especially in political world. But it also can happen in media, in entertainment. They are left with no way of communicating besides their blog or their website, which is not really seen in any way today. And that's a bigger problem. It's not a problem only for BioWare. It's a problem in general in communication. We are outsourcing our communication to these independent companies like Google, like Facebook, like Twitter. And I don't think that's a good idea, because it is basically you're taking away something that belonged to you and that you had control over, and you're allowing, from a marketing point of view, is that good? From a business point of view, I would rather say, I don't think that's a really good idea. So I will leave that for you to comment on, because I've rambled enough. Goodbye to BioWare social forums. They were good while they lasted. Years ago, it seems they outlived themselves even now. And that's basically it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching to some degree. Hope to see you soon next time. Bye.